Hopefully it will be a good one. It should be a party RPG. Probably not that standard as Pathfinder Pillars and so on. But hopefully not that simple as it looks like. Settings. Probably I can do audio a bit louder. Yeah, it's okay. Not much things I can do here. Violent death enabled. Okay, I like a violent death. New campaign. Yeah, let's start new campaign. Enter company name. Company. Your title. So you start as organization or faction or something? Company. I don't know. Then I wasn't ready for this. Okay. They need to choose symbol. Whatever it will be. Like background. Okay, background color. Is there anything dark here? Gray green, gray orange, gray or black purple, black gray. Is the red dark or something? No, I don't see much. Okay. Single color. I don't know red color, seriously. Only purple. 2 variants of purple. It should be probably red, but it's not really red. It's something, I don't know, strawberry color. Not in strawberry, I don't know. Something between red and purple. Okay, like sigil. Okay. Okay. Let's remember good old days. Reapers of Justice. Matriarch. Okay, let's see it. Skip open prologue mission. No. Iron Man off. Okay, I'm not ready for Iron Man. I never played this game. So choose difficulty. Yeah. Starting coin, injury land, mercenary salary rate, reputation earn rate, renown gain rate, enemy health, and attack power. Yes, this is really good that you can change these 2 parameters. Probably, or not. And you can see the difference. I really would like to see this stuff for every single game. Especially these 2 parameters. And the player damage and health as well. Because it's so frustrating when you choose difficult and you have no idea what you're choosing actually. It would be nice to understand that there will be more enemies, they will be tougher by 25% or something like this. Okay, adventure designed for people who want to explore and take in the world at their own pace. Custom adventure. Looks like it's easy of sorts. Battle hardened is normal. And custom. Okay, no hard difficulties for now. Okay, let's choose battle hardened, why not? Start campaign. It's interesting that you can do difficulty with low enemy health, but high damage. Like you can make game more realistic. In an era all but forgotten, the gods once lived alongside humanity in the heart of Canaan. However, an unknown cataclysm event plunged the world into a dark age. History was lost to time, and so too were the gods. In their absence, a rebuilding humanity was left to contend with the emerge of a great being of darkness from the void. Every few decades, in an event called the Scourge, the dragon's arrival would bring death and disease to the land. And those afflicted by the dragon's blight would lose their minds and bodies as they slowly became abominations of flesh. and outcast to society known as the Blighted. Despite centuries of effort from the Vanguard Order and the realm's greatest heroes, no lasting victory against the dragon could be achieved. Humanity has now come to accept the inevitability of the scourge as part of life, enduring or, in some cases, thriving despite it. With the whispers of an impending scourge circulating, you and your company find yourself in a burial crypt not far from the city of Undilon, a simple retrieval of smuggled supplies, or at least that's what your employer had promised. Okay, it looks like we fucked up a bit in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. Yorick. Damn the grave robbers. Stay sharp. No doubt his companions will have heard that. Everyone stands still, tensions rising as they grip their weapons tight and scan the room for further hostiles. You hear a muffled shout from someone in an adjacent corridor, likely directed toward their now deceased associate. The sound of quickening footsteps soon follows, and three figures burst through a doorway at the far side of the room. Shit, should I go and alert the others? Eric shakes his head, eyes fixed on the enemy. No time for that. We've no choice but to fight. Okay, let's begin combat. So it's turn-based combat. Okay. Camera controls. There is a battlefield by using mouse. You can also pawn by holding M3 and moving the mouse. Okay. So the battlefield can be big in theory. Movement. On their turn, each character can move as many hexes as the movement stat allows. You can move onto any green hex and still perform an action afterward. To cover more ground, you can sprint to any grey hex, but doing so will end their turn. Finally, you can swap places with an ally by moving onto their location. This can be useful for setting up attacks or remove the ally from harm's way. Move the Stormcaller into cover by clicking left mouse on the indicated hex. The cover, okay. If you don't have a desirable move or action to perform, you can delay a character's turn until the end of the round by hitting the wait button on the hotbar. Alternatively, you can end your character's turn by using the guard action on the hotbar. Doing so will increase their defense and evasion until the next round. Click the wait button to delay the Stormcaller turn. Okay, it's N. Not really convenient button, but maybe I will not need it often. Class abilities have a certain amount of charges available during the course of a mission, indicated by the blue numbers on the hotbar. More potent abilities will have fewer uses available, so plan wisely. With the enemy advancing on us, we can set a trap by using the Paralancer's Return to Cinder ability on the indicated hex. Okay, the Paralancer marks a vacant cell. If any enemy comes in contact with the mark, they will trigger a fiery eruption that damages and displaces them. Okay. Yeah, tutorial, so tutorial. 61. Is it bad? As you can see, it's important to pay attention to any traps and terrain hazards when positioning your units. To gain more information on trap or terrain type, you can mouse over the hex in question. Some abilities are able to push or pull targets, which can present certain opportunities for both you and the enemy. By forcing targets into obstacles and terrain, you can inflict bonus damage and other harmful effects. Move the Pugnist into a position and use his Crescent Wave ability to push the enemy into the pit. He just the Monk of Swords, looks like. So the repeats here. Interesting. But looks like he can go normally on the pit. Wooden planks are fine to walk on, but can break if someone is knocked onto them. So it's interesting that they can use stuff around you. It's really cool feature. Pugnist delivers a powerful spinning kick to any 3 connected targets around him, damaging and knocking them back. Oh, he spawned back? What? So yeah, looks like even such type of trap would just do damage. But still, it's really cool that you can use thrown and stuff. It really feels fresh in comparison with old party RPG. Okay, find the stash contraband. So now I can just do it on my own, or not? Just move to this position. Okay. Tax of opportunity. Has given my wish as well as I am. Every character on the battlefield exerts a zone of control on hexes adjacent to their position. Now that your guardian has engaged the enemy, they are no longer able to reach your Stormcaller without being subject to an attack of opportunity. This goes both ways, and the guardian cannot leave the enemy zone without suffering the same. There are some exceptions to the rule, such as the use of abilities that incorporate movement, or when the would-be attacker is suffering from any debilitating status effects like stun. Interesting. So it's mostly the same as in Pures. And actually, in all the games but in Pures, it's probably the close comparison. Converse his stamina and keep him busy. Basic attacks. Though basic attacks generally deals less damage than abilities, there is no limit to their usage. It is wise to conserve some of your unique abilities for later. Token use only, yeah, it's probably like spells in D&D. Actually, abilities, yeah, as well. Some charges for them. Okay, perform your basic attack on the enemy by clicking blah blah blah. So I really need to choose first, okay. You have a clear view of that archer. Take him down. Line of sight. Most attackers and abilities are subject to a line of sight check. When a character has no vision of an enemy, they are unable to target them. Large obstacles such as pillars can block line of sight entirely. Smaller obstacles such as barrel, crate, or another enemy unit will partially block line of sight under the right circumstances. A target who is partly visible will receive 50% less damage from attacks. The Stormcaller has taken position directly behind a smaller obstacle. Because he is adjacent to it, he is able to look over the obstacle and gain full vision of the enemy archer, while remaining only partly visible in return. The Stormcaller's Conduit ability can devastate a single enemy from range, but takes a few turns to channel. Select the ability and target the enemy archer. It's tricky to use if you need some time to use it, but okay. Target a single enemy and channel for 5 turns! 5 turns? Seriously? 5 damn turns? Deliver a devastating surge of electricity that deals massive lightning damage. Yeah, but 5 turns? You can die for 5 turns. Okay. Doesn't look right, actually. It's unreal. Okay. Maybe it's already on my list, maybe not. I don't remember. With the nearest enemy stunned, the Pure Lancer can safely move past their zone of control without incurring an attack of opportunity. Let's aid the Guardian and sprint to engage him. Target. Yeah. Alright. It doesn't look like a safe move. Finish him off, Kratos. Wait a second, he finished already? I thought 5 turns. After 5 people moves or what? No. I don't get it. It was 5 turns in description. I have no idea how it works. But okay. Spirit. Your pugilist has killed an enemy and gained spirit. Spirit is displayed underneath each character's portrait and represents their overall mood and attitude towards the current mission. It also plays a role in determining character's post-mission fatigue. During combat, spirit is gained through feats such as killing an enemy or winning a fight. It can be lost through adverse triggers as well, such as when an enemy lands a critical strike, or in the extreme case of a party member dying. Targets are considered flanked whenever you occupy 2 opposing hexes around their location. Doing so will increase the damage they take from all attacks. With the Pure Lancer already in position, we can move the Guardian into flanked position and attack the enemy with extra damage. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it works the same as in many other variants. Attack from behind. Yeah, it's very profitable. What he can do, just normal attack. But fatality. Damn, that's too. And I'm getting 2 bandages. Stabilize injuries, dispel bleed, restore a small amount of health. Okay, Woodall. Avaira accesses his weapon, gazing around the room to make sure all are unharmed. Everyone alright then? Siegfried looks down to assess their condition, somewhat surprised at their apparent luck. Not a scratch, it seems. Bratus gestures and stop doing it. How is supposed to read? It just won't stop and they still continue doing this. Yeah, I probably can read it, but reading aloud it will take some time, so I don't know. And scrolling. What? Yeah, that's why in our RPGs it's different. When one replay you click in, one replay you click in. Otherwise it will be a mess. Okay. Bratus gestured at some blood on Eric's arm. Never mind us, you've certainly looked better. Eric glances down at his injury and scowls. What, this? He wipes at the blood, making a smeary mess of it. Nothing time won't heal, I'll be fine. Returns the familiar voice rings out distantly behind you, though the words are unclear. Is it you, One? One dashes into the room and stops, leaning over to catch his breath. He looks up with a relieved smile. Glad to see you all still with us. We hear the fighting, figure you could handle it, but I didn't want to take the chance. He strolls up to one of the lifeless bodies and leans over it for a closer look, eyes narrowing. Grave robbers, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Folks are getting desperate with the Scourge Illumina and all. And you can read about this. This is good, actually. Look against always look good. Not always, but sometimes looks good. This one looks good. The Scourge is a global event that occurs every few decades, in which the dragon, accompanied by demonic hordes from the void, returns to the mortal realm, attacking cities and inflicting the blight upon their inhabitants. Seriously? It's 99% the same as it was in Dragon Age. 99%, maybe 100%. Okay, it's not... The only difference in Dragon Age it's not a demonic horde, but actually blighted locals that transformed into sort of demons, or something like this, under control of the dragon. That's the only difference. But actually they partly become demons because the name of the dragons in Dragon Age is Archdemon. That just looks like a dragon. Okay, they're just doing the same stuff. Okay, indeed. And the others, one points back in the direction he came from. Turin and the rest are still searching. Surely there are better places to stash black market goods. But I suppose those smugglers didn't have much of a choice. That's why I very like writing in this game. It's very easy to read because it's written properly. It's all in its place, every single word. It feels pretty natural in comparison with some moments in Pures that definitely was written by some random dudes, not the main liner. At least we're getting paid well to retrieve them. We've been in a worse situation. Yeah, that we have, boss. Was just hoping my last job would be free of surprises. Last job? You live in the company? Eric puts a hand on one's shoulder and gives him a few friendly snaps. He has been reminding us for weeks now. Haven't you heard? One smiles and wiggles free. Damn, it's unreal to read. I can read it. It's just going and going and going instead of just pausing and let me normally read it. What's the point of this? Okay, it's really a fail of the game. It's not a big deal when you're playing solo, but when you're streaming, it's a shame. Plus, not everyone reading fast. What if you don't know one of the words, you wanna Google it, but you cannot because it's scrolling. Okay, so one smiles and wriggles free, brushing off Eric's hand. Retirement would excite you too, if you were my age. Not many of us make it this far. His face goes dark for a brief moment, remembering the friends you've all lost. He shakes it off and points a thumb toward Bratus and the other new recruits. So, how'd they do, anyway? Eric glanced over at them with the slightest hint of pride. They handled themselves well, all things considered. We'll make soldiers out of them yet. Your trusted advisor, Alaric, steps out from your side with hands raised, bringing out to the conversation. Alright now, there's plenty of time for talk later. It's going to take a while to score this place, even with the others' help. Alright, I'd better get back to Turin and the rest before they find themselves lost. Watch your backs. There may be more of those thieves in here, all worth it. One looks back over his shoulder with a sly grin and winks. Believe me, I am taking no chances. Let's get moving then. Dungeon exploration time. Most actions you take while exploring dungeon will cost time. The passage of time can have various consequences, and is represented by the time meter in the bottom right. We should begin exploring. Use left mouse button to move our party to an adjacent tile. So we probably will get some choices later. And we need to find the stashed contraband. Eric must survive. Others don't need to survive. Can I heal Eric or rest? Move scout camp. Okay. Scouting can be useful in order to spot enemies, traps and other surprises that may await you. It does cost extra time, however, so it should be used sparingly. Click on the right mouse button over town to scout in that direction. So that means that this one is safe. Dark Dungeon 3D? Hard to say. It mostly feels like a D&D-like game in pixel art and with some different because I'm not sure if there will be only dungeons or not. It's just a tutorial, I have no idea. And we're doing just a mission and dungeon. So the logic should be not only dungeons. Plus, according to the trader, there should be open places as well. So probably will be world exploration as well. When interacting with an exploration event, you often have multiple choices available to you, sometimes costing various amount of time. Your characters will have their own opinion on the choices you make, which can affect their overall loyalty to the company. Okay, yeah, it's definitely connected to some Darkest Dungeons mechanics. Some actions require a stat check, and their character with the highest relevant attribute will be chosen for the task. The character in question will give you feedback to help you gauge their chance of success. If you have any tools with you, they can be consumed to boost the chances of successful action, or to perform unique actions that otherwise wouldn't be available to you. You spotted a discarded pack up ahead, likely dropped in haste by the grave robbers when you alerted them. Don't expect to find much of value, but it's not like they'll be coming back to claim it. Yeah, it will cost me only one, so why not? No sense in leaving it for another to find. Take whatever looks useful. Okay, so a friend looks like all the stuff, like to loot all the stuff. Receive small health potion, receive bandage tools. Sigbert don't like the stuff. Sigbert is which one? Have no idea. Let's scout ahead. Wait a second. Scout is cost 2. That's how we're wasting our time. I'm not sure about consequences because I don't know what we have. This inventory bandage, small health tools. Down, go to get heal. Down. Seriously? It doesn't sound like a spell. More like a resting action. Oh, okay. Move to any available tile. Move cost 1. Scout cost 2. So if you scout and you spend in 3. Using provisions during exploration. Provisions can be used both in and out of combat. While exploring, you can access your provision inventory in the bottom left menu by pressing I, like other actions. Provisions used during exploration have their own associated time cost. Our Pyrolancer Eric is hurting a bit after that last encounter. We should use one of our potions to restore his health. Potions? Okay. Should be it. So, it's provisions. Restore a small amount of health. Okay, let's use potion. Injury prone. One misstep or lapse in judgment is all it takes to get seriously hurt around here. One can only concentrate on so many things. Your chance of incurring an injury has increased significantly. Why? Time modifiers. As you explore, the application of various time modifiers will present new challenges for you to overcome. With each time modifier applied, your party will slowly become unnerved and suffer a small loss to spirit. Due to these factors, it is important to be efficient and spend your time wisely. You can see which modifiers are currently active next to the time meter in the bottom right. Okay, maybe we don't need to scout really. Okay. There will be a fight. I'm not sure which one, but we probably can handle it. What about the camp? My camp to restore health and burn instance to receive various bonuses. Would probably cost a lot of time, but I don't see any information about the time. Deployment phase. During the deployment phase, you are able to reposition your party ahead of combat. Click left mouse button on any character to move them, and click again on any valid hex to confirm their new position. Once you're satisfied with their formation, click the start combat button to proceed. What if I'm not satisfied? Okay, Outlaw Blade Dancer. Enforcer, Scout. Obviously Scout is a ranged one. Blade Dancer, hard to say, probably tricky melee, and maybe can use ranged attacks as well. So okay, yeah, she need to tank them, but we can actually wait some time. Actually, I can place it like this. Our mage should be hidden. And the monk, hard to say. It can actually come close. Something like this. I'm going first. Yeah, by the way, I forgot to check initiative. Random Blade Dancer. How's attack? Oh, I can see their stance. So, surprisingly, this one is toughest, and attack power is the greatest. What's the minuses of this character? Movement 4, speed 7. By the way, I don't see any levels or something like this. Movement 4, speed 7. Movement 3, speed 7. For all the others. Okay, I'm not sure how it works, but okay. Crescent Wave. I'm sure they can go around. Mind, Body, Soul. Target Self a single area to cleanse negative conditions. If I would just rush right now, they will probably go up as well. And this won't be really useful for me. And I'm not sure that they can go up. So maybe it's better to just wait. Aha. Interesting way to attack. Cleansing conditions. You can remove negative conditions from your character with cleansing abilities, or by using an antidote item from the hotbar. Not all harmful effects can be cleansed, such as injuries or the flank debuff. For clarification, you can mouse over the status icon of the effect in question and read the tooltip. To action, now I can attack when they spread it out. Yeah, probably it's okay. But you can do a safeguard. Channel for 4 turns, deploy a damage shield on self and target. Range 2. Single target heal, range of 2. You can heal. Interesting. Sort of paladin. Blazing strike. Dodge and blind adjacent enemy. Okay. I'm not sure what Blighten does. Can I see? Vulnerabilities, immunities. So it's vulnerability. Now to slash and damage. Okay. Now we can attack from both sides, I think. No, he actually can do ranged attacks. I didn't know it. Deals 175% fire damage to 2 targets in a row. Prevents marks the vacant cell. If any enemy comes in contact, fire target 3 cells in a row and summons a fire in the one nearest him. The fire spreads to the next cell every 3 turns, each lasting for 5 turns. No, stab a single adjacent enemy and inflicts burn. That stacks it if it's already zapling. Yeah, this looks good. Rainfall. Why he can't use others? No targets in range. Target a single sound, restore spirit over the next returns. Cleanse and give immunity to burning. Play with status which grants fire resistance for 3 rounds. Okay. Can do it. Target this. This is powerful spell. Cyclone. Target 2 cells and in direction summon a cyclone which pushes all occupants from their current positions. Yeah, in theory I can kill this one, but the monk will attack soon. So maybe there's no point of it. How I can disable it? Take a gain on it or what? I can remove it anyhow. Maybe right button, no. Electric cut. Oh, so he can just do some damage. Okay, it's time to deny. Can he do more damage? She have 132. Target 2 cells in a row. First must be empty. Second occupied. Dashing forward and striking their target. First must be empty. Yeah, it doesn't work like this. Oh, but actually his kick is doing enough damage. Oh. So I don't need special abilities for this. What is this? At the end of the round, rocks will found the spot, damaging anyone in the way. Oh! So many circumstances around. Yeah, one foe was killed. And you can move easily through your companions. This is partly good. Yeah, I heard about cleansing radiance. After using 3 abilities, the Guardian's Holy Conviction showers a random adjacent ally with night, cleansing their negative conditions. Yeah, I don't see any negative condition, I can see condition only on enemy, so we probably don't need to heal anything. And what are these numbers? Their health or no? I don't see any number here. Yeah, it's their health. If not full, you can see numbers of health here. Okay. I don't know. Just wait. Yeah, they're attacking from both sides. And she probably needs some help. Injuries. There are a variety of injuries that your characters can sustain in combat, each with their own penalties. By using a bandage on an injury location, you can stabilize all current injuries with that body part and prevent them from worsening. If you continue fighting with an unstabilized injury, the severity of it can increase when another injury is occurred. That so complicated. So he just cut it once and... Okay, sprained ankle, right. Reduce dodge chance. Change your injury to great. Reduce the chance that you will worsen a current injury. Damn, that's so complicated. Okay, can she do some AOE? Go target damage, range 2. Damage and blind the adjacent enemy. So each ability have a bunch of charges. Wait a second, so down is ability actually, yeah. I'm sure when charges probably will be restored only after the rest. So we can use the same ability between fights to heal others. It's actually cool. But for now she needs to survive. Sort of night. It's not blinded by the way. Why is the turn to do so? So while she is in bad situation, she can do the same. Yeah, I can just attack him. Can move around. Oh! I didn't know it. Yeah, my bad. Okay, hopefully he cannot use it. Hopefully. How can I remove it? The movement? Yeah, probably this one. Definitely need to help. And the monk. Oh, wait a second. You can move? So he saved another action instead of moving. Negative conditions. Yeah, I probably can remove negative condition, but range of 1. Crescent wave. Because delivers a powerful spinning kick to any 3 connected targets around him. Yeah, it's so cool, but I cannot do anything. So you can push someone into these negations. Then we can surround them because of this. That's a shame. It was actually my plan. Okay, let's just hit them. He moves out of range. Oh, but it didn't save them. Almost. Yeah, I can just go and kill it. Yeah, it's okay, we all survived, but can we actually heal ourselves? We have levels, we have XP. Damage taken, 133, 182, 80. Hidden dispensant, hidden blows. Everyone did 1 kill. MVP is Sigbert. No, Eric MVP actually. Okay, I'm not though. I'm just that this is cool when your parachute is not opened. If you fail to open it, it's probably not cool completely. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Oh, gear durability. Our character's gear comes with durability rating. With enough use, gear will eventually break and turn into scrap. If an item loses all durability while on a mission, it will not break until the mission is complete. Okay. So... durability is still pretty high. So you can carry armor, weapon, another weapon offhand, and something that called artifact, maybe some amulet or something. Okay, abilities. There are abilities, but he already know a lot of them. Maybe because it's tutorial mission, and and after it will be a completely different game. You maybe start anew. Trains, beautiful. Okay, yeah, it's all very close to Darkest Dungeons in many ways. There's accuracy. So there is accuracy. You can play always accuracy or how it works. Hard to say. There are base stats also. Okay, beautiful. Gains loyalty and 10% faster. Defense increased by 10%. Reckless. Attack increased. Defense is reduced. Brave. Will to risk it all to help others. Affects dialogue and choices. Okay, so there are some properties that affect dialogues and choices. Not only stats. Surprising beautiful, it's not connected. workers. That's what you can current from expedition. Start expedition with 15 extra spirit. We need to stick up for others. Affect Danakan choices. Honorable and brave. It actually, I think, should be separated from stat changes. Because dialogue and choices stuff should be separated from it. Elements, sprocket and go. Reduce dodge chance. Can I do anything about it? Probably I can do it through the inventory. Bandage on him. Neck injury, bandaged. You bandaged your injuries, so your chance of making an not excited injury worth has been greatly reduced. Okay. Disable certain traps and hundreds. What does it mean? This symbol. A trap? Doesn't look like a trap actually. Yeah, and have down. And I probably should use it. I still mostly don't know anything about the game, but the thing I know for sure, I want 4 paladins in my group, or priests, whatever she is. I, by the way, probably can see who she is. She is a guardian. Okay, paladin of sorts, looks like. I want 4 guardians in my team. They can do some damage, they tanky, they can heal each other. What else do you need? Was he stable? Yeah, maybe I can. Who knows? Weapon of hand, armor, Bratus arid. Okay. Inscription, armor. Close vest, evasion 2, movement 1, speed 1. So there are no even things like armor, actually. Evasion, -3. Armor 9. Oh, wait a second, armor 9. Armor 0. On evasion, because he is monk. She is in the same lesser armor. So, heavy armor lowers evasion speed. And he is in even better armor. Even lower evasion. Okay. Can I save or something? Yes, save campaign. Oh, just like this. Yeah, I don't wanna waste time here, but I'm not sure what this symbol means. So what's scouted? What it is? Does it mean a trap or what? Okay, I have the symbol. What can I do? Use to disable certain traps and hazards. Can't use here. Okay, so I can't use it. Alright, we don't have the choice. Let's go. Yeah, signal a halt as the faint and distant rumbling becomes audible, steadily growing louder and closer with each passing moment. You look up, noticing cracks forming in the sand as small rocks break off and fall to the floor around you. Eric bumps against you and tugs at your arm, urging you to run. It's cave in, we need to move. Breaking into stride behind the rest of your party, you steal a glance back to see the corridor collapsing in a cascade of funstone. You cross the threshold into another chamber, diving to the ground as the path behind is quickly closed off by the crumbling structure. A cloud of dirt and dust obscures your vision, but the rumbling and crashing comes to a halt as the last few pieces of debris can be heard tumbling into position. Everyone okay? You look around as the dust settles. Aside from a few coffin fields, everyone seems to be unscathed. What the hell was that? An earthquake? Might have been. All those grave robbers tried to force their way into someplace they shouldn't. Eric inspects the caved-in passage, lightly kicking at some rubble on the ground. Regardless, we'll have to find another way out. What of the others and the supplies we're supposed to locate? Eric placed a reassuring hand on Igafrid's shoulder. While and them were on the other side of the crypt. I suspect they're fine, or at least I hope. Our priority is to find them. Hopefully they order retrieve the supplies. We could do with a little luck. What this icon means? What does it mean? Rocks? Yeah, probably I need to remove rocks to move into this position, or I can move this way. And this probably a dead end. So he recommend me to move instead of open this passage. And I'm not sure what to do. Okay, let's save. What can I do? This way is completely blocked off. We'll need to look for another way around. Oh, I can't do anything about it. Okay. Looks like mostly I don't need scouting. Passes block the pile of rubble from the recent cave-in. Eric steps forward and climbs the top to gauge the severity of the blockage. It's not bad. I can see a clear path ahead. Just need to move enough of this rubble so we can squeeze through. He turns looking down to address you. Any ideas? Wait a second, so... I don't get it. So you playing for who, actually? Because they are fighting without you, but they speaking with you. What? How it actually works? I mean, who is a player? Some ghost? Or what? Or they have some magical powers to speak with you? Just yeah, maybe I got how starts. Okay. Lost the hole with magic, this could prove risky. Yeah, I'm not sure this is a good decision. Move the rubble by hand and Erica's shovel. Yeah, do we have a shovel? Yeah, but okay, let's try it. This should be very easy to take care of. With an affirming nod, Eric grabs the shovel and begins to dig. So I have a shovel from somewhere. The journey seems to have clouded your sense of time. You can't say for certain how long you've been here. One last unit of time required for each revolution on the time meter. What? So it was a change, okay. With an affirming nod, Eric grabs the shovel and begins to dig, soon clearing a path just wide enough for everyone to fit through. Your party crawls through the gap in the rubble and comes out the other side, sliding down the pile and back onto solid ground. You see the flickering light of a torch being cast into the room from a connecting hall, illuminating more of your surroundings as it nears. Your party forms up, preparing for combat as the flames bear round the corner. Easy now. It's just me. I thought this whole damned place was going to come down on top of us. The structure groans and rumbles for a moment, and then glances around with some concern. It might yet. Eric motions back towards the collapse. That whole section is caved in. We'll need to find a new way out of here once we're done. I figured as much. Turner and the others are already set to finding one. I take it you haven't found the supplies yet, either? Eric slowly shakes his head. Unfortunately not. Let's hope they're not buried in stone. Okay, let's regroup with Turin and secure an exit one. We'll find you when the job's done. Sure thing, boss. He quickly scans your surroundings and leans in close. His expression turned deadly serious. There is something else. All that commotion has disturbed the dead within these walls. We've already put down a few of the bastards, but you'd best stay alert for more. Undead? Do you suspect the work of the necromancer? I reckon those rumors of an imminent scourge are indeed true. Unnatural occurrences are all too common on the eve of it, in my experience. Thanks for the warning. We'll tread carefully. So there will be endings after all. I'm sure that we can find something there. Plus we actually cannot go now, okay. And what this one less unit of time required for each revolution on the time meter. What is a revolution? Oh yeah, each time we pass a day of sorts, the circle, there will be smaller. It's actually very bad. We need to go fast. So, what can we do? How we can use this one in theory? It's this sort of color. It's hard to say how effective it is. They get Archer and another melee damage dealer. So we probably better to stay far away and kill the Archer first. The problem is we don't have archers at all. Okay, this from far. Yeah, he is sort of caster, he can use ranged abilities. But wait a second, he cannot push. Who can push? I don't remember who can push. Probably our monk can push. But I'm not fully sure. Okay, one can be there as well. Another can be there. Yeah, we probably can attack them. Yeah, keeping monk alone here may be not the best option. Plus they will attack me on the first turn. It's better to attack them first as well. Okay, let's keep it like this. I'm sure that this was a good decision, but who knows. And I'm going first. Gonna do some ranged attack. The beginner strikes an adjacent opponent, warps behind them, and quickly delivers a second strike with their palm, knocks the target into the previous occupied cell. Yeah, strike opponent, warps behind them, and quickly delivers a second strike. The palm that knocks the target into the previous occupied cell. Crescent wave. Powerful spin kick to any recurring targets, damaging and knocking them back. This can actually knock down. Yeah, theory of Jesus is not the worstest one. Anyway, I can't do any significant damage, so let's go behind the column. For now. And wait. No, it was crit? That's not fair. She lost half of HP, just like that. Okay, what she can do? Damage to blind and adjacent enemy. No single target damage. Single target heal. You can do it 4 times again or not? No, only once. Channel for 4 turns. Deploy damage shield on self and target. Channel for 4 turns, that's the problem. Will attack soon or not? 4 turns. Does it mean that each of them is a turn? I don't fully understand how the turns works. But still, she can be killed. With this girl. And this is bad. Okay, it's better to move her from positions. And let her heal for some time. Okay. You can do damage around him in theory. Infernal Pure. Deals 100 damage to 2 targets in a row. Burns marks vacant cell. Look at 3 cells in a row and summons a fire in the one nearest him. Yeah, he can go tank them. Yeah, it doesn't work like this. Stabbers and gorgeous and everything's burn. Yeah, we need to focus this one, but also need to protect the caster. Okay, let's just attack him. And next turn I can do something else. 218, it's enough to kill him. I also can attack the marksman. Arc lightning, a bow of lightning that hits the primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets. The problem is targets should be adjacent. Damn! It was cool. Unexpectedly cool. Yeah, okay. He cannot move. So wait again. Fist of Fury, target to cells. Row first must be empty, dashing forward and striking the target. But what's the point? Creeping force, the picking strikes nudges up and wars behind them and quickly there is strike. The pawn knocks target into the previous occupied cell. Not sure is there any point of it, but let's try it. That's how it works. Yeah, that was expected. I cannot... Oh. Didn't target the caster. Okay. Yeah, I need to swap him, probably, but I also can attack from behind. And this can be useful. A target damage, range of 2. It will be more damage. But attacking from behind can be more useful, probably. Maybe not. Isn't that? Yeah, let's just do damage. She's still alive, but probably will die. I don't know. Suffers fire damage once per round on their turn. Logically, she should die on her turn. But I'm not so sure. Okay, second, target 2 cells in any direction, summon second, which pushes all occupants from their current position. Yeah, I'm sure that I wanna do it. He'll go soon, so I can help him to defeat this one. Dodge it? Hey! It's not fair. He can destroy blocks. I think this is so weird. Yeah, not all these abilities are mostly useless. Oh, it was great. Nice. Yeah. Burn down. Okay, she can do single target damage. Pretty powerful one. Okay, it was good. Wildfire. I don't have any charges. No target and no target and range. Okay. Yeah, magic is cool. Character known abilities. When character gains enough XP, they will level up and receive attribute points and ability points. Ability points are used to upgrade or alter the effects of a character's abilities. You are not required to spend either of these points right away, and you can access the level up screen later on in the management menu. All abilities can be viewed, equipped and upgraded by going to the abilities tab on the character sheet within the management menu. Okay. Attribute points to ability points. Oh, primary stat affects crit damage, HP, and evasion. Also affects attack. Primary stat affects accuracy, critical chance, and evasion. Also affects attack. So for 2 parameters for attack. Maybe both are equal. He mastered dexterous. Yeah, because he is monk. And critical chance is probably a bit better than just critical damage. Affects HP and defense. And so low. Oh, affects defense and starts in spirit during missions. Like critical damage and perception. Affect critical chance and accuracy. So, so-called RPG system is very simple, almost primitive. The feature of this game is tactics and strategy of movement through the locations. Management. So strategy, tactics, management, not RPG part. Okay, logically, why not increase? Let's see, his HP is 400, I suppose. It's a shame. Can I see maximum of HP? Yeah, he got 98 damage. No, it still doesn't look like it. Okay. Dexterity, constitution. Confirm. Oh yeah, spend points. Abilities. There are 2 other abilities. Can I read about them? Oh. That's how it's upgraded. So we have a small tree for each of them. So each ability can be transformed, probably. Pigeons focus his energies, great increase in his evasion, defense, and attack power. That's for 2 rounds. Spend a turn for using this. Okay, maybe it's sort of free action, but I don't know about any free action, so probably it's action. Pigeons channels for 5 turns. At the end of the channel, he heals, shoots himself, and throws enemies for a lesser amount. Actually, hidden stuff here in such a game can be enormously useful. Oh yeah. Increase heal amount. How can I upgrade it? Increase heal. Channel speed up. Yeah, both of them are useful. Actually, without restoration, down in characters are healed for double. So you can resurrect actually characters. At 1 charge. Which is, damn, it's all useful. I'm sure can I learn everything or not, but hidden stuff is very useful. Reducing time would be nice, but not that necessary, probably. And resurrect others is especially useful. But for this I need channel speed up. Down characters gain back part of their bleed out pool equal to the amount healed. Bleed out pool? I have no idea how it works. So maybe your maximum HP lowered till the end of the fight. I don't know. Okay, anyway. How can I choose to use this ability? That's the question. I've upgraded it, but I'm not sure can I use it or not. Confirm. Now a Sigbert caster. Wisdom, critical damage, perception also affects attack. So it's like your brain string and brain agility of sorts, according to the strength and dexterity. So it's strength dexterity for mages. Charisma, affect defense and starts in spirit during missions. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need accuracy, so why not? He's damage dealer after all. About this stat, lightning readiness strike cells 4 times in circular area. Each strike inflicts static charge. Yeah, maybe upgrade this will be good, but the basically idea, I don't really like it. Too random. Target any of self, increase speed and movement. Also cleans slow route and staggered. Speed up character, it's actually not that bad. Oh, speed and movement. Oh, buffer duration 1 round. Transmits the slow route and stagger for 1 round after cleansing. Interesting. Target a single sound, restore spirit over the next 3 turns. Cleanse and give means to burning. Apply wet status, which grants fire resistance for 3 rounds. Spirit restoration. Orb restoration spirit is good. Maybe not. Both lightning that hits the primary target and arc to all adjacent targets. Charge power range. Increase range by 1. But it probably will not increase the range of the jumping to targets. This one is already very powerful. But can you speed up? Yeah, it would be nice to speed up and charge it. Yeah, this is very powerful ability, so it would be nice to have it. Confirm. Girlfriend. She can do a lot of damage with her abilities and can use heal as well. So she mostly really a tank of sorts, not a damage dealer. So probably rising constitution would be a good decision. By the way, also affects attack. Wait a second, so it's affect attack anyway. So it attacks even basic attacks or not? No. That's how it works. So the main stats affect the attack. Not the strength and dexterity. Or wisdom, forecasting, speed. Okay. Defense and turn spirit affect attack. Damage and perception affect attack. Yeah, still she have very low HP, so let's rise it. What about him? Reading down during his 2 radiance stacks. What does it mean? If the dragon has an action this round, they move next. Okay. When you move, you can boost target. His range charge. Oh, it's locked in demo. Okay. So yeah, radiant stacks. I'm not sure what does it mean, but additional charge will be definitely good. There are also some abilities target to cells in any direction and bombard targets with holy damage. Not bad. So she can do some damage. Target a single adjacent enemy, rooting them for 1 round and begin to channel for 5 turns. Deal massive holy damage on next turn. Oh, interesting. Damn, this one is good as well. They remove something. No. Okay. Confirm. What can I do? So in some moments game deep enough to be still probably bounced, maybe not. Hard to say about bounce for now. We all damage it and we maybe need to rest. How long it will be? My character restore health and burn incense to receive various bonuses. And what this icon means? I have no idea. By the way, I have arm injury. So taking crits is very dangerous. So I rest. If I would do the camp, how it works? Looks like I cannot do a camp. Okay. I don't have many potions. Okay, let's move there, whatever it is. I look around their hand and on the wall of Enter Dead, reading the inscription on each nameplate before moving on to the next. He stops at one, peering closer, and double-checking the name before turning with relief in his voice. This is the one we were told to look for, boss. About time. Let's hope the content is still intact. Reaching with both arms into the dark recesses, Eric firmly grabs hold of a coffin, its ancient and rotten wood creaking in protest. He gingerly slides the coffin partway out and pushes the lid aside, rummaging around briefly before pulling out the stashed pack with care. Taking a peek inside to confirm the contents, he walks over to you and hands off the bag. It's all there, no damage to the vials, from what I can tell. What does our employer want with them, anyway? Alaric interjects, eager to share his knowledge on the matter. This here is a cure for the blight, or at least it slows the process. The Vanguard keeps it tightly controlled though, only threatening those who pledge themselves to their order. A fair offer in my view. Of course, not everyone wants to spend the rest of their days fighting evil for the safety of the realm. That's where the black market comes in, on which these vials will fetch a high price, and it's why our employer is paying us so well. Vanguard? An ancient order that is tasked with defending the mortal realm against all natural evils. They were established during the Dark Age by Tan, the first king of the now dissolved kingdom of Kalon. The Vanguard have garrisons all across Kalon, with their main headquarters situated in the Northern Hold. It's like Grey Warden, or how they call them in Dragon Age. At least our efforts have been wasted. Let's regroup with one and hope that they found us an exit. Yeah, can we? So we just need to go to exit, but I doubt that everything will be said easier. Save name. We really need to rest. Can I do it? Making camp. During longer missions, you can make camp in order to rest your party. During this phase, the burn of incenses can grant various bonuses and even help combat the adverse effect of time. Additionally, provisions do not cost time when used while camping. Some locations are safer than others. We should pick a spot that has fewer points of entry to lessen the chances of being set upon by enemies. Camping allows you to restore health and burn incense to receive various bonuses at the cost of spending time. Are you sure you want to make camp? I have no idea. Main camp 0, location security medium. So I cannot do a camp because I don't have anything for this. Traps and hidden secrets will be revealed if a perception check is passed. Cost 1 per dial. And they should scout it. Yeah, okay. The boss. So we have chance to do something before the time run out. Okay, let's do it. What it is? Boss fight? Or some bonuses? Last time. The journey seems to have clouded your sense of time. Yeah, I know it. You can't easily for certain how long you've been, one less unit of time required for each version. Yeah, I know it. So so now I get another one. Because the time passed. You hear a sudden movement in the darkness ahead. The sound of bones rattling and scraping along the stone floor. Bright green eyes turn toward you, and the undead being lets out a bone-chilling screech as it shuffles forward, and into the light of your torches, moving faster than its size and awkward gait would suggest was possible. Prepare yourselves! Yeah, I forgot to choose monk skills. So they preparing as well. What can we do? Horizon General. Horizon Guru. I'm not sure he's Castromilio, actually. Do I know anything? Like power huge, defense unknown, and fast. This one can do a lot of damage, but pretty weak in terms of HP. This one just probably weakening. Immune to bleeding. Okay, this one more tough and powerful. This one was crossbow. Okay, what can I do? This one probably can do a lot of harm. And we cannot go back, at least at the beginning of the fight. Maybe we should. We are fast support. Actually, there can be a mage. You can move and cast from there. Okay, let's try to survive. So, Eric Redwood, what can I do? I can push, but there is not much point of it. Yeah, I didn't change the abilities, that's my bad. In theory, he can heal, but now he can't heal. It's all in a row. First must be empty, second occupied, dash and force, strike and trigger. No idea what's the point of it, but okay, let's try it. How it work? So he's doing 2 attacks. That's the difference. Fuck, crits? No! Stop doing crits. I already fucked up a lot. It's Night Blade and Strength. I'm sure that he can be blinded. But he don't have immunity, so actually why not? Oh god. Damage shot on self and target. The channel for turns, I'm not sure that she had a time. But in theory I can blind him and go back normally, but no, I can't go back, surprisingly. So we need to save her somehow. 2 targets in a row. So it's only close. Yeah, very powerful hit, but he can't use it. Target 3 cells in a row to summon a fire. Yeah, but it... That's how it works. No, it's not really useful. Oh, he's run out of the main spell. Nice. Yeah, not much I can do, yeah. Actually, I'm not sure. Still probably better to focus him us together. Because he did a lot of damage. Oh, she blocked somehow. I have no idea how. Okay, let's just do some damage. Yeah, can go back probably. I don't know, just attack from behind. He don't give a damn about this damage. Stop killing her, she cannot run away. She probably can use poison, but I'm not so sure. 268. It won't be enough to kill him. Yeah, together they probably can kill him anyway. So I just need to use poison or something. Yeah, he can get provoke attack, but it's not that critical, maybe. Yeah, he'll get some damage, but it's necessary, probably. Yeah. Fourth end. No way in theory can deny this one. Nice. 2 to go. We should survive this fight. Okay. You can see some rubbish, but I probably cannot use it. So next one will be this one. Into tank. And to do so, what if I will use this ability? How it will work? Crit, but the damage just actually sucks. He broke his neck by hitting her. Fuck, stop doing crits. So many crits in a row. It's ridiculous how many crits they're doing. Okay, we need to kill him, but we also need to kill this one as well. With only one use of this ultimate, it won't be that good. Yeah, and he cannot move. Okay, it looks like I don't have a choice. He's still alive somehow. Ah, I cannot do damage. Enemies that belong to the same grouping share a unique passive ability. The passive ability for this indicators allow them to reanimate once defeated. To prevent them from reanimation, we'll need to target and destroy the pile of bones. What? Fuck, she's almost dead. What pile of bones? Where is the pile of bones? How can I see the pile of bones? Oh. Oh, I get it. The corpse. Yeah, he would deny him anyway, so it's destroyed. That's a pile of bone. Yeah, we survived. But everyone's so damaged. And that's why I don't like Darkest Dungeon, because I need to always be close to fail. At least it looks like. Because I really hate when you don't have opportunity to plan anything about how you will spend your resources and rest when you need it. Because I have no idea, can I rest or not? Will I have some potions or not? How many fights will be? I have no idea. I can prepare, I can plan it, and this randomness, I hate it. It's probably only a problem for tutorial mission, because later you have opportunity at least to grab some resources for campfires, so you can plan your rests at least. But now, when you can plan anything, it's just pure random and luck. And making me nervous. Also, I don't have much time, but I probably need a scout now. Could be traps. Oh, wait a second. Something happened? Misplaced provisions. We're not sure when or how it happened, but you seem to have misplaced a few items from your pack. Lost one tools. What? Damn. Oh, because time's passed. Many people like it, but I am not from one of them. That's why I play it only a bit in Darkest Dungeons, and I really like the style, I really like the overall idea, but I didn't like this randomness. Because you can start normally, then one turn, and someone from your party already met, you lost your dude, and just because of random. I hate this. Okay, you like such nervous spin, I hate such nervous spin. That's the problem. That's why I never play, for example, Total War, like strategies. I like strategies overall, but I don't like strategy when you can just gather resources, buy more troops and so on. You should rely on what you have, and if you fail somewhere, you can lose everything just because of this. I don't like to nervous about this. Your party comes to a standstill as muffled shouts and ringing steel reverberates down the corridor toward you. Eric unchases his lens, motioning the rest of you forward as he breaks into stride, burning toward the sound of battle. It must be the others, hurry. It actually looks like the final step. And looks like they're doing mostly well. Looks like I found Necromancer. He's one of us. Your party comes to a standstill as muffled shouts and ringing steel reverberates down. Yeah, it's the same stuff. So, with the last of them dealt with, one hails you across the chamber with a flick of his hand. A relieved smile forming upon his face as he strides closer to meet you. Did you find it then? The exit's just beyond here. Been trying to keep it clear of the dead, but they just keep coming. A pile of bones near Turn's feet suddenly begins to rattle, and the eyes of a skull reignite in the bright green as unseen forces attempt to reassemble the skeleton. Turn grunts and steps forward, crushing the skull beneath his heel and grinding into fine dust. He looks up with a satisfied grin. Tokyo, all long enough. One here was getting all worked up and thinking the worst. The crypt groans once more, and the ground beneath you is shaking ever so slightly. I don't expect the structure will hold out much longer, Matriarch. We'd best not linger. Okay, that's why you choose this. Sounds so awkward. Yeah, to Puffers. Eric raises his torch high, inspecting the thinning above as the small pebbles break away from it. Good advice, I reckon. We got what we came for. Let's not tempt fate. Injury recovery and infirmaries. One or more of your characters have sustained an injury during your most recent expedition and will require time off to heal. You can speed up their recovery by placing them in a city's infirmary for a cost. If an injury is severe enough, the character must be treated in an infirmary in order to recover, otherwise they risk permanent damage or death. Okay, so we got some money for this, and whatever it is, we didn't get anything. Also, it probably means loyalty to the company. Recovery time 18 days, 14 days, 10 days, 17 days. They all need recovery, you know? Yeah. Sigbert is MVP. 7 kills. 7 damn kills. But the damage actually is the same. He just frags stealer. Okay, continue. Not found. Get a breakdown. They still can use it for 1 to dungeons more, I think. Bandage, money. So you're selling all provisions. But why not to keep it? We probably will need it. Strange. Oh, that's the map. As the last light of day begins to fade, you spot a company's camp not far ahead. The flickering flames of bonfires dancing against the darkened sky above the horizon. The rest of the company has already begun celebrating, it seems, as the boisterous shouting and laughter can be heard cutting through the crisp evening air. Eric stands up to one and puts a friendly arm around his shoulders. Looks like they were eager to start celebrating your retirement, huh? One snorts and flashes an amused smile. Seems so, doesn't it? Strolling in the camp, the other members of your company take note of your arrival, turn to raise their cups, and letting out a few whooping cheers as you pass them by. A crowd forms around one, all chanting his name and reaching out to pat him on the back, some more forcefully than others. Squirming out of the crowd with a drink in hand, one steps atop a nearby crate and turns to address everyone, raising his voice to pierce through the ruckus. Now you all know I'm not one for lengthy speeches, but I'd just like to say that it's been an honor to fight alongside each of you over the years. I dare say that I even consider some of you among my friends. He grins, met by a chorus of laughs and cheers. It hasn't been an easy road, but I've been a fortunate man. Not everyone gets out of the mercenary life on their own terms. I hope you all one day get the same chance. He raises his cup in a toast. To you, my friends, there has never been a finer company. Hear, hear. The crowd responds with a burst of applause and cheers, enthusiastically raising their drinks and sending a shower of ale through the air. Your gaze is met by one as he points his cup toward you, and you nod your head in friendly acknowledgement before turning about and striking off to find your tent. With the celebrating continuing in your absence, you brush aside the flap to your tent and settle inside, discarding your weaponry and tossing it near your bedroll. You turn to find Alaric in your presence, no doubt eager to discuss business. Hope I'm not disturbing you, matriarch. I was on my way to pay the horses a visit and prepare us for tomorrow's travel. He gestures to the pack slung around your shoulder, contains the contraband you recently retrieved. It's probably best if I store those vials in one of our carriages. Yeah, it's a shame that I didn't choose just a nickname for the name. Because it was a name, it was like Sir or something, but yeah, it's better to choose Avaira, but I failed it. I didn't know how it will be used. He reaches out with palm facing up. You glance at it, gently sliding off your pack and placing it in his hand. He looks down, somewhat surprised by the heft of it. Well then, I'd best take care of this. Nods respectfully and turns, pushing aside the tent flap with an outstretched arm and briskly walking out into the night. You turn your attention to your desk. Its surface, covered with disorganized papers and maps, illuminated by the faint glow of a candle. Pulling up a stool, you sit down and begin to pore over one of the maps, charting out tomorrow's course. From outside, the sounds of laughter and poorly played music drifts into your tent. After some time, with the celebrations audibly winding down, you step outside your tent and into the cool evening air. The one approaches from your side, mounted atop a horse. Despite the smile on his face, there is a trace of sadness in his eyes. It is time then? I am. He leans down and pats the side of his horse. Got my saddle loaded up. Figured I'd sneak out without making a big fuss. He rises from his seat and dismounts, turning to face you with one hand extended. Just wanted to say thanks, boss, for everything. He returns the gesture with a smile, gripping his hand and giving it a firm shake. Any chance I can convince you to stay? He steps back and chuckles. If you'd have asked last week, maybe, but this last job cleared any doubts I had. I've survived this long, reckon I'd be a fool to press my luck any further. Fair enough, friend. We'll always have a place for you, if you change your mind. You hear a shout, and turn to see Eric step toward you. He is a young nephew in tow. Sorry to interrupt, he tilts his head and gesturing behind him. But Gedrick wanted to see you off. Is that so? One smiles, stepping toward the boy and slapping a hand down on his shoulder. I know you haven't finished your training, but your uncle more than capable of finishing the job. I know that. Looks up conveying admiration. I'm going to miss it though. One grins, reaching out to tussle the boy's hair. And you. I've half a mind to send him with you, less danger on farm. And gods know your old bones could use the help. Ha, there are a few good years in me yet, but you're both welcome to visit any time. He exhales deeply, stealing a glance towards the road. I'd best get going then. Take care of yourselves, would you? With a farewell note, he turns toward his horse, grabbing hold of the saddle's pommel and hoisting himself atop. With the click of the heels, the horse trots off, and you watch him disappear into the dark of night, illuminated only by the moonlight above. You and Eric glance back at the sound of approaching footsteps, to find Thorin wedging himself between the two of you, his heavy hands firmly planted on each of your shoulders. Company won't be the same without him, I'm afraid. Indeed, it won't. As Eric and Thorin take their leave, you look around the camp, surveying the aftermath of the night's celebrations. Aside from a few inebriated men and women who remain slumped by the fires, it seems that most have turned in for the night. With days of travel yet ahead, you think it wise to follow suit. You bolt upright from your sleep, awakened by the blares of a horn from somewhere in your camp, and the alarm being raised. The sounds of frenzied battle are all around you, and you scramble out of your bedroom, taking up a nearby sword. Alaric burst into your tent, an orange glow briefly visible behind him as the flapper is flung aside. Patrick, we're under attack! With that, he takes in a few deep breaths. There was no warning. The horses, the carriages. Redsley ascends, driven with frustration. Everything's being taken. We need to regroup with the others. Have you seen Eric? Alaric wipes the sweat from his brow, shaking his head. Couldn't find him. With his nephew, I hope. You meet Alaric's eyes and nod in agreement. With a firm grip on his sword, you step past him, reaching your other leg toward the tent flap, and preparing to step outside. You glance over your shoulder. Let's move. Stay close. You emerge from your tent, head on a swivel as you attempt to survey the situation. The camp is almost entirely ablaze, the heat and smoke stinging your eyes and obscuring your vision. You make your way ahead, your feet suddenly catching off something as you fell forward and scramble to stay upright. Recovering, you steal a glance backward at the obstruction. One of your companions dead. An arrow flies by you, narrow and missing, but finding target nonetheless. Alaric screams out in pain behind you, legs collapsing under him as he falls hard to the ground. You turn back, reaching out a hand to pull him up, but he waves you off. Leave me, I'll be no use in the fight. You follow his gaze down to his leg, blood-covered arrows stuck through it. Go! You turn and continue onward, staying low to the ground as you move, eyes still scanning for any friendly faces through the smoke. A man jumps in front of you, with frenzied eyes and a dagger in his hand. He lunges clumsily forward, and you sidestep the thrust, raising your sword high and slashing down between his neck and shoulder, the blade cutting deep. The man falls to the ground, blood squirting from the fatal wound as you face forward and break into stride once again. Not 50 yards ahead, you spot 3 of your companions through the haze, huddled together with weapons drawn against an overwhelming number of assailants. Sucking air into your burning lungs, you arch your legs forward in a desperate attempt to reach them. A figure suddenly appears from the corner of your eye, and with a flash of pain, the world goes dark. Nice! Surrounding, Egafried's hand whips around, searching frantically for any possible escape as the raiders edge closer. Beyond the ring of enemies, Turin and a few other familiar faces emerge from the darkness with bloodied weapons drawn, though they don't seem inclined to make any urgent use of them. What are you waiting for, Turin? Help us! Raiders eye Turin as he confidently steps among them, each seemingly unconcerned by his presence, perhaps even emboldened by it. Sorry, friends. A twisted smirk forms at the corner of his mouth as he slides an arrow from his quiver. We'll make this quick. Oh fuck. It's a traitor. Area! Egafried glares at Turin with wide fear in their eyes, arms trembling as they level their weapons toward them. You damned traitors! Have you no honor? Turin scoffs. Honor achieves little in this world. Glancing sideways at his accomplices, he raises a hand, signaling them to attack. I trust you, Lord, can handle the rest. Spare no one. Okay, we have a problem. I still didn't change their abilities. That's a shame. Okay, what do we have here? 2 archers, 1 powerful melee, 2 mediocre melee. Okay, 3 mediocre melee probably, but this one is different. He can be actually a paladin of sorts. Maybe I'm wrong. But this one is different. Anyway, what can I do? It would be nice to kill archers so they will not do any harm, and anyway we need to go to only one side, don't get damaged by the other. Also we can hide from archers behind this and kill everyone who comes. And this maybe can be good, so it's either this corner or that. Using cover is a good point, but this one will still attack us, so better to focus our fellow nearby. Okay. Also he can block a target, but it wouldn't be smart, I think. Yeah, trick is so. It is the oh yeah. Yeah, let's come closer. Let's see, can this archer do any harm? Damn. I didn't have time to run away. Yeah, I forgot about initiative. Maybe it wasn't a smart decision, who knows. He still cannot attack, actually. Damn. I might just stand in the middle of this and then. I'm sure that we have a chance to win this fight, but logically we should. Yeah, she will leave, she will probably get damaged. And she already damaged. Not. Safeguard. I'm sure that we have time for this. Yeah, I can heal the mage because the mage can save the day. Yeah, and to save the day, you need to survive a bit. That's the main problem. If I will come closer, I will be attacked. I can just run away, really. Okay. Surprised I can go higher, but okay. It will suffice. Oh, okay, let's do conduit. Here we can prolong this fight for some time. And yeah, let's do our warrior kick. Ow. So if there is obstacles, you will do additional damage. This can be useful actually, in some cases. Almost dead. What does it mean? Will he get additional damage or what? How it works? Static charge, yeah, after. It would be nice to understand it, but I'm not sure how it works. Oh, we have pretty low HP, it would be nice to defeat this one. No one can defeat them. So yeah, it's better to heal. Otherwise we can die here. Stop focusing the mage. Mage lives matter. We actually eventually surrounded. She can do a lot of damage, single damage. Channel for 4 turns, deploy a damage shot on self and target. Logically it should help. Protect him. Yeah, not much I can do. Do it. Yeah, Candidate is the most powerful variant. There's a devastating surge of electric that deals massive lightning damage and is tuned by 1. He will not be able to do enough damage, he will be attacked by Share. What can I do with this? Second, target to cells in any direction and summon second which pushes all occupants from their current positions. Yeah, but it will only push once, I suppose. One can do some damage. So in combination we can do something about it. Let me think. If I would do 200 damage, for example, it will be successful. After this, I will need to deny it somehow by monk, but I have no idea how. It won't be enough damage, so I can only hope for conduit. Oh, monk. It would be nice to stun her, but I cannot do it. Because this delivers powerful blow, blah blah blah. Yeah, you can by the way swipe with target by this probably. No targets in range. Because strikes an adjacent opponent, wars behind them, and quicken delivers a second strike. So you need 3 slots. But you can't move there. Oh, but yeah, he'll be probably damaged. Fuck. Yeah, this is bad. But maybe worth it. No, I still cannot do it. So I don't need it? I don't know. It doesn't work. It's a shame. Okay, let's do this. Shield saved him. Nice. I'm sure how shield works, to be nice to understand it. But it definitely saves the day. I didn't know it works like this. Oh, yo, fuck. They probably can heal him and resurrect this way. But shield is broken. Everyone attacking her. Stop doing this, damn it. So many attacks without point. Fuck. Yeah, I can heal him, but it will not save the day. Probably. What can we do? I can kill one of them and will lower the incoming damage. It will not save the day immediately. 242. I'm sure that he can kill another one like this. Okay, I probably need to heal myself for now. Yeah. Okay, what can I do? Some damage. There is no damage. That's the problem. Attacks too weak. Not enough damage. 132. They will kill him for sure, but I also need to survive. Okay, maybe it will be enough to survive. I don't have other choice anyway. He's still bleeding. Another one is dead. Okay, she can try to protect the caster, but it also would be nice to heal him. I could survive for one more round. I'm not sure how it works. Really strikes an adjacent opponent, warps behind them. Yeah. Oh yeah, something like this. Slapped. Damn, she almost dead. The heal on him. He's dead. Do we have any potions? No, we don't have any potions. We still have chances. It's a low chances. Save card. Yeah, it would be nice. He's so damaged. Can go behind the cover. Maybe it still would be better to tank. If not the crit, everything can be fine. The now protected. Urgent. Okay. Nice. We won this. And even everyone somehow survived. Yeah, it was a bit tricky. And everything goes wrong. Crypt explored. Yeah, but it was crypt. It's like part of the crypt or what? I hope open your eyes, you find yourself sprawled on the ground with a mouthful of dirt and throbbing ache in your head. Despite the ringing in your ears, you can hear a muffled voice calling out. A hand grips your shoulder, and you jerk at the touch, clawing at the ground and scrambling onto your back. Easy now. You exhaled with relief at the sight of Eric leaning over you, the early morning light shining upon his blood-splattered face and garments. He straightens up and you grab hold of his extended arm, gripping tight as he pulls you upright. Regaining your senses, you look out at the smoking remains of your camp. Anything not taken by the raiders has been taken by the fires. Not much left, either. The bastards took everything. Closed his eyes, lowering his head and sighing deeply. It was Thorin, Mother. He betrayed us. Thorin, are you sure? Eric nods. I wasn't alone either. Damon, Enos, Nero. His fingers clench into trembling fists. All fucking traitors. Through the anger, you notice the sadness in his eyes. And there lies suddenly that his nephew isn't present. Where is Gedrick? Eric glances down, slowly shaking his head. Don't know for certain, but I fear he's dead. He sighs. I was with him when the attack started, but we ran into trouble. Told the boy to run, but he pauses, staring blankly into the distance as I place a comforting hand on his shoulder. Don't remember much else, I'm afraid. Woke up to Alaric dragging me out from under a pile of bodies. Alaric is alive? Are there any others? Yeah, he's alive. Managed to find a place to hide and patch himself up. I told him to stay off with his feet. His notes waving a hand over the general area behind him. But he's out there limping around, trying to salvage what he can. Thankfully there's a few others too. Seems they managed to kill a whole group of the bastards. His brief... Stop doing what you're doing. His brief smirk fades into a grim expression. I'm afraid that's all though. You turn to see him... Alaric... Stop spamming them, it's unreal to read. Just spam, roll. Just let me read it. Normally, yeah. It's better to just wait till the end, but it's so slow as well. Too fast to read, or normally too slow to actually skip it and then read. You turn to see Alaric emerging from a half-burnt tent, limping away and being helped along by the other survivors of your company. A relieved smile forms on all their faces at the sight of you. Gods, we're glad to see you. He glanced at Eric. Have you shared the news? I did. Alaric fumbles inside his coat, pulling out a few slightly scorched papers. I found some correspondence in one of their tents. They had been planned this for months, it seems. Siegfried mutters under their breath. Why there? Why not under her breath? Traitors, bastards. Any idea who they were working with? I'm afraid not, certainly more than just a ragtag group of thieves. They were too well armed and too well organized. Eric's scoff with disgust, leaning over to spit on the ground. A group of cowards, they say. Easy to achieve victory when half our troops passed out drunk. No doubt Thorin and them were counting on that fact, the spineless pricks. I never did like Thorin known, always felt uneasy around him. Alaric furrows his brow, a thought creeping into his mind. I can hardly stomach the notion, but could one have been involved? Eric waves a dismissive hand. Not a chance. I know he and Thorin got on well enough, but the man's as loyal as they come. I'm just glad he wasn't here for this. We've lost too much already. Regardless of who is involved, there is little we can do about it, at least for now. So what's our plan, boss? You know I follow you anywhere, but I promised my sister I'd look after Kendrick. If he is somehow alive, I need to find him. And if he is not, well... He pounds a fist into the other hand. Spotting those traitors into the ground will have to suffice. Alaric places a calming hand on Eric's shoulder. The boss is right, we have little choice in the matter. I understand you want vengeance, so do I, but we haven't the manpower or the means to seek it right now, and doing so would only get us killed. If we're going to do this, we'll need to first restore our numbers, and I promise we'll hunt those traitors down. I look around at the companions, renewed purpose in each of their eyes, and they all nod in agreement. Right then, we had best roll night. It's a long walk to Andenon. Navigating the overworld. As our caravan drove throughout the world, time will progress. You can also advance to the next day by pressing C. Supplies and general upkeep can be expensive, and every day that passes will cost us coin. Given the situation, we can't afford a long journey. We should make our way to the city of Andenon to rest and regroup. So finally, a bit of freedom. The game is very complex, a lot of text, a lot of dialogues and so on. The main problem, I need to read everything, completely everything. With so many characters, it's a problem. It's still possible though, but it's not really convenient. By the way, how long it already? It's 2 hours already. In theory, we can finish there at this point, because it's already a short but concentrated story with some fights. But let's do a bit more, because I understand how the normal adventuring works in this game. So there are a lot of places here. Some of them probably dungeons like this Pyramids of the Divine, but maybe it's just a temple, not a dungeon. But it don't have a green circle. But green maybe means that they are friendly, because this one is red, for example. And then Vanguard Keep is neutral of sorts. Yeah, neutral. Neutral, neutral. Neutral, neutral. Neutral, neutral. If it's neutral, why it's red? Oh, because it's inaccessible, probably, because it's destroyed. Maybe can be restored if it exists. It looks like endless dungeon of sorts. Okay, interesting. Battle Brothers. Let me Google it. I'm not sure that I remember correctly what it is. Battle Brothers. Oh, this one, yeah. I didn't play it because of very weird style that I didn't like completely. This half-cutted people looks weird, so cannot say much. The overall idea of the game is to make probably a bit more realistic simulator of group of adventurers, but not just group of adventurers, but company of mercenaries or adventurers. Probably mostly mercenaries than just adventurers, because you have a lot of people, plus you get in some tasks, so yeah, it's something. Mercenary adventurers, let's call it like this. And you need to track a lot of stuff, so it's partly about management. Strategy and management, plus some adventuring and combat like in party RPGs. And combat is actually good. I like combat, and it's simple and complex at the same time. I don't fully understand how everything is working, but it's overall feels mostly great. It will take 11 days to draw to Andenon, I don't know. Are you ready to leave? Show city info. Neutral friendly? What is this faction? I have no idea. Rune house Oaken. So it's probably the symbol of the rune house. Or Bernard Holstein, Midland, Church of Ten. They all have different religions that probably can be important. Culture Neuron, an expert wood. There is a history of the city of London is located in the Midlands. Nice history. Maybe it's history of my relationship with the city. Okay. From 11 days, by the way. Where is the days? And another moment, the music. Music in Dungeon was pretty low, but now the music is too loud. Yeah, I can even lower it even more. Yeah, okay, now it's bearable because it's irritating. The music is too dramatic to listen it for a long time, especially loud. Okay, let's go to Underland. Confirm 11 days. Those days. This days count. Okay, enter city. How it works. Oh, you can see a sort of city. In the graphics is pixelated, it still looks cute, even if it's dark a bit and gloomy, but it still looks cute. After many long days on the road, you and your companions breathe a collective sigh of relief upon entering the city limits of Underland. City of Underland. Okay, so it looks like a placeholder. Probably should be more information eventually. The streets are bustling with traffic, and though it does seem to be business as usual, you can't help but sense an uneasiness among the people. Eric seems to pick up on it as well, and with narrowed eyes, he looked up to the sky. The days are growing darker, that's for sure. Gestures to the crowd. No doubt they're all concerned about the scourge. Can't say I blame him. On the bright side, there will be no shortage of work available to us. But for now, he winks, glimpsing down at his injured leg. We could all do with a few days' rest. Alaric begins to shuffle forward, gesturing head with a nod. I believe the inn is this way. Oh, it was a long way to the inn. With the morning sun shining into your room at the inn, you rise from your bed, pleased to find your body finally free of its many aches. Gathering your belongings, you walk down the creaking stairs to the ground floor, spotting your companions already seated at a table and breaking their fast. Morning. You're looking a sight better, huh? Come. Gestures to the seat beside him with one hand, taking up a spoonful of porridge with the other. See it, eat. Across the table, Alaric tears off a piece of bread and hands it to you. We will just discuss now and next. Alaric trails off. A man approached the table. Your previous employer, Caldwin, sporting a puzzled look upon his face. I must say I'm surprised to see you here. I heard about the battle, heard you were dead, in fact. He signs into the seat beside you, spreading his arms wide. Yet here you are. Heard it from who? Your associate. Looks I'm trying to recall the name. Dorian, that was it. Tall bastard he was. Said your entire company was killed in an ambush, and that he was lucky to be alive. Anyway, he brought me the vials so we can call it our business, and he went on his way. So you just believe his story? Truth to be told, no, I could tell he was hiding something, but I wasn't about to refuse the man. I suspect he could rip me apart with his bare hands, were he so inclined. Was there anyone else with him? A boy of 15 years? The man scratched his chin. He had a few companions, from what I saw, not that young, however. Any idea where they were headed? I don't know that either, I'm afraid, but it seemed they were each going their separate ways. Alaric raised an eye at the piece of information. Return, perhaps. They certainly can afford it, having stolen everything from us. So they betrayed you and stole your fortune, did they? I'm sorry for that, but perhaps we can help each other out. You have a job for us. More of an arrangement. Calvin leans in closer, placed an elbow on the table. I've been looking to expand my business across Calum, but the roads are a dangerous place, as we all know, and I am in need of a permanent guard. In return, I would offer you a discount on all my wares, potions, elixirs, and the like. I'm sure they'd be of great use in your line of work. To be clear, I would not interfere with the operation of your company. Of that you can be sure. In fact, I care not where we travel, just so long as there are buyers for me to sell to. Leans back, spreading his hands across the table. So, what do you think? Sounds like a fair proposal. I accept the offer. I don't like a choice of the strapless. I don't have any variants. I don't have any opportunity to ask something. And action looks weird, like fellow just wanna travel with a band that was almost killed and he can be killed next time for sure. Just because he will be among us. It's definitely not safe, so it's a bit weird that he want to travel with some random mercenaries. Okay. Codden smokes a hand down on the table. Excellent, then consider me at your service, my friends. And as I said, where we go is entirely up to you. Though with the scourge approaching, we may want to leave sooner than later. Alaric leaves his hand, a single fingerized. There is one problem, however. We simply can't afford to travel anywhere at the moment. Not to mention we are without carriages and horses. You've certainly had a rough go of it, huh? He waves a hand. No matter, I can supply both horses and carriages. As for funds, I hear the local vanguard have their hands full of at the moment. I suspect you might find some work with them. He leans close, lowering his voice. Just don't mention my other activities. They would be known to please to learn of the wiles in my possession. Thanks for the tip. We'll go and see them. Caldwell rises from his seat, straightening out his turning. I have preparations to make then. He looks at each of you, nodding farewell. I will await you at the gates. Taking a bite from your bread, you look on as Caldwell strides out of the inn. Alaric turns back toward you, fingers rubbing at his chin. You know, I would think it might be wise to retire the company name, so long as those traitors think us dead. We'll have an easier time rebuilding our numbers, and when we're ready to strike back against them, it will be us with the upper hand. Eric grunts in approval as he swallows the last of his drink. He's right, I reckon. Best not to draw any extra attention on ourselves. If we can help it, any ideas for a name, boss? Oh, so they have some name. And now I'm choosing the names that I chose at the beginning just for those. Okay. Reapers of Justice always had a nice ring to it, I thought. That's the Paphos probably. For such a game especially. Reapers of Justice, He paused, flashing into the grin. I believe that we'll see it as well. Hello, Renegar. How are you? Have no idea, I'm still alive. When visiting the city, you can view available contracts by clicking one of the contract banners at the top of the screen. The icon on the banner tells you which faction is offering the contract, and completing it will increase your reputation with them. We are hardly in position to be picky right now. I say we take whatever jobs the Vanguard have to offer us. A measure of your relationship with each noble house, city and faction in the world. High reputations offer various benefits, while low reputation can provoke consequences. Okay. So what actually we can do? Yeah, I'm still surviving. Hopefully you too. So in marketplace, infirmary, live stadia. We probably still beaten up or not, I don't know. How can I see my actually people? Vegans have been spotted on the roads, with some even daring to make raids on the city itself. Trade has slowed down as a result, and costs have risen. So we have also modifiers for the cities. It can be connected to bandits, scourge, and other circumstances. Okay, infirmary. If you have an injured character, you can admit them to a city's infirmary in order to speed up their recovery. They will remain in their location until fully healed, upon which time they will rejoin your company. Though it is not always necessary to admit an injured character, several injuries will require an infirmary in order to avoid permanent injury or death. Okay. Admit patient. He's still injured for 35 days? Damn, she's so suffered. Even Monk is okay. Because Monk actually was beaten as hard mostly, but still. And he was even almost dead at the middle of the fight, but surprisingly she's still more beaten. Maybe I should get more crits or something. Okay, it will take 35 days to fully heal in the firmware. Send a free, yes, confirm. Let's send everyone. Can we do it patient? 10 days. Okay, it's not a big deal, but this one Batman cost. I can place another one. Can we recruit someone? At the inn, probably. Every city has an inn which allows you to rest, buy drinks, or recruit new members. Resting will reduce your entire roster's fatigue by 3 for each night purchased. Buying around for your company will increase their loyalty for a time, though drinking too frequently can result in adverse effects. If you are in need of new members for your roster, you can score the local talent and recruit them to your company. Okay. Recruit. This is a list of all the available recruits in this area. As time passes, new recruits will appear. You can view information on each recruit by clicking the icon to the left of their portrait. Click on the character or press E to begin negotiating a contract. Huntress, Valkyrie, Huntress, Stormcorner, Freelancer. Valkyrie. This is a fighter or another paladin like? How can I see it? Restant. Look, you're looking for new recruits? I'm looking for some work. What do you think about these terms? 1 year, 99 per year for 3 years, with a 50 sign-in bonus. Interesting. Yeah, I don't have much money, so for 1 year. That's great to hear. Okay. Pyromancer is pretty powerful, can do a lot of damage. Stormcaller also can do a lot of damage. Hunters? I have no idea about hunters. By the way, each probably can be important as well, because it can probably lead to something, or maybe not. I'm looking for new recruits, I'm looking for some work. Signed. Let's see these classes. Do I need another Stormcaller or Pyromancer? So the nice to have someone who can heal. I don't know. Now as Pyromancer maybe can be good. I don't really like that classes are very strict, like if Lancer, so he is Pyro in addition. If Pyro, he is Lancer as well, so it's you cannot combine it. Why not Pyro Swordsman or Creo Lancer or something? But okay, it's not a big deal, probably. Huh? Okay, I probably can hire all of them. Close. I spent all my money for this. Oh, wait a second. In. By round of our best brew for your company, this will give a small boost to guild loads, yeah. I'm not sure that we have money. Oh, we have money for this, surprisingly. Okay. If we have money, let's recruit another one. Let's recruit everyone. Oh, wait a second. Incapacity. You are at the limit of troops your company can sustain currently. Okay. Buy round. Let's buy a drink up. Yeah, troops appreciate your kindness. Okay, I'm not sure that we need a rest. Marketplace. Spice, assortment of spices. I have no idea why I need spices. Maybe to... Yeah, probably you can trade between cities. Yeah, you definitely should be able to trade between cities. It's so complicated. I'm sure that they need equipment. They probably already have everything. You need it only... yeah, to buy some better gears, but it's very expensive. Yeah, it would be nice to have better protection, but it's too expensive. So I don't see the way to buy some resources like campfire, some potions or something. Maybe because you can find everything only in dungeons. That's why I sold all the bandages. It doesn't look logical, but it's probably part of the game, just like this. Okay, I need a quest. Contracts available. Back on your feet. Pick up some work from some local Vanguard representative. Yeah, okay. Even from a distance, you can tell there is a sense of urgency brewing within the Vanguard garrison. As you near, a pair of hard-eyed guards order you to halt, their weapons held up to impede you. Behind them, a man in a decorative suit of armor, no doubt an officer, takes notes of your arrival, and with a wave of his hand, orders the two guards to stand down. At ease, soldiers, let them through. He bids you to approach, his eyes fixed on yours. My apologies, things are rather tense around here, as you can tell. Regards the rest of your companions, looking them up and down. Is there something you need? We hear they could use a hand. An underestimate, but you've heard correctly. I am sure you've noticed the days growing darker of late. They say the scourge is coming, but in truth, it has already begun. We've been receiving increasing reports of void spawn in the area, and we're scrambling to respond to each. Any help you can provide is most welcome, and will be rewarded, of course. Creatures of the void, such as demons and spirits, are referred to as void spawn. So what do you need us to do? A group of refugees are fleeing from a small village just south of us. I had dispatched a unit to aid them, but with the number of void spawn that was reported, I fear their presence won't be enough. I would ask that you travel south, link up with them, and ensure the refugees arrive here safely. He turns to an aide, snapping his fingers and holding out his hand. The aide rummaged through their satchel, producing a few papers, which they promptly hand over. The officer briefly glances down at the documents before offering them to you. This will point you in the right direction. Good luck. He extends a friendly hand. I have no doubt you are suited to the task. You can count on us. Accept. The officer nods and turns away, striding off to deal with another matter. Alaric steps toward you, peering over your shoulder at the report held in your hands. Look like we got our work cut out for us. Before we depart, might I suggest hiring some fresh recruits at the inn? I'm sure there are more than a few capable mercenaries available. Yeah, I already did it. So let's leave the city. What about, by the way, people in the city? I mean, people that I left. I'm not sure. Okay, the city. I just wanna start some dungeon and understand how it works. Oh, mission, dungeon, no matter. So I need to escort refugees to Andalon. Point of interest. Okay, let's save. How about the talent actually for today? Not for today, but for the stream. Yeah. So I will need a break soon. After days spent on the road with no sign of the refugees, you begin to lose hope of ever finding them. Glancing sideways at you, Dana observes the look of concern on your face. So now that they are stuck on the road, we should be finding them soon. They frown into the distance. One way or another. They may really hate this feature with then they... what the fuck? This is a huntress. Literally, huntress. She frowns. Why they frowns? There are not horde of hunters here. It's only a single one. So ridiculous. If that's what's going on in Europe countries right now, and America and others, you really use this stuff? Damn. It sounds so stupid. Okay. Up ahead, a figure suddenly emerged through a bunch of trees just off the beaten path. They barrel toward you, frantically waving their arms to gain your attention as more begin to appear behind them. You urge your horse forward, riding out to meet them. Please help us! Their hands point beyond the patch of trees from which they came. Our caravan's under attack! You glance in the direction. Faint sounds of combat barely audible over the panic screams of refugees. Has the vanguard with you? They are, but they are outnumbered. Garrett rides up to your side, narrowed eyes looking toward the sound of battle. We should hurry. You twist in your seat, signaling the rest of your companions to follow at you as you charge ahead, past the crowd of refugees and into the fray. Okay, let's navigate and steal the vanguard. You arrive just in time to render aid. Dan and Garrett grapple a demon away from one of the soldiers, cutting down in the process. The remaining demons are felled in short order. As one of the vanguard soldiers tries to range the spear free of a demon's skull, another acknowledges your arrival. Removing his helmet and tucking it at his side, he marches across the blooded grass toward you, a weary grimace in his face. I take it you've been sent to help. He glances down at the demonic abominations, dark blood oozing from their hacked up bodies. There will be more of them, all that I'm sure. An officer from Underdon hires us to assist you. That is a relief. He exhales slowly, shaking his head. We were too few to begin with, truth be told. It's a miracle we haven't lost anyone yet. Still, with your help, all those folks might just make it. The man turns at a muffled shout in the distance, floating across the field towards you. Across from you, another vanguard soldier crests the hill, weapon raised in a frantic sprint as he draws near. He comes to an abrupt halt just shy of your position, addressing the man in charge and pointing back with the tip of his spear. Sir, more demons! Fast approaching! Shit. He turns to you as he refills his helmet. You there, go with the refugees. We'll hold off these bastards as long as we can. Oh, protect them. Good luck. The soldier nods and slams his visor down. He whips around, drawing his spear and barking orders at his unit, preparing them to face the enemy, and likely their own deaths. Okay, I need to protect the refugees and flee. There was one day. Oh, seriously? Without a... What's going on? Ah, the soldier, no. Oh, yeah, it's different. Lowering his spyglass, Alaric mumbles something under his breath as he frowns at the distant horizon. He turns to you with a slight shake of his head, a troubled look on his face. They're still following, more of them, in fact. At the rate they're gaining, I suspect they will be all over us by nightfall. He digs around in his satchel and produces a map, unfurling it and carefully tracing a finger along the canvas. There is a cave system not far from here that will take us closer to Underlon and hopefully provide shelter from those demons. A cave? I'd rather stay above ground than get trapped underneath it, with no guarantee of safety down there. It's not ideal, but that's a risk we'll have to take. Because I don't have a choice? Gary turns away, grumbling inaudibly as they stomp off, appearing beside you. Dana places a reassuring hand on your shoulder and bows out the side, because the music is still too loud and too terrible, actually. It's irritating to listen to something like this for some time. It can be okay for some dramatic scene, but for entire game, no. Can't please everyone, but I reckon it's the right choice. We've no idea what awaits us down in those caves, it's true, but we know damn well the danger we face up here. Okay, you can send up to 4 roster members. When forming a party, characters will have their own opinions on whether or not they wish to participate. It is also important to consider the status of which. Restant, characters well rested, gain a bonus to XP attack. Available, characters ready for action. Fatigue. Characters can participate but likely does not have full health, spirit and ability charged. Injured. Character can participate but it's suffering from an injury that will hinder their capabilities. Unavailable, characters unavailable due to injury or other reasons. So actually mechanics are somewhere between the extension and XCOM. That's partly good. They are all skilled but injured. Okay, let's use fresh meat because we can. We have actually new toughness squant, so why not? Too dangerous to hooded. Probably the devs need some additional variants for portraits. So looks the same. Okay. Take provisions. Okay. Purchasing provisions. Before entering dungeon, you will be able to purchase provisions to bring with you. By default, unused provisions are wasted once you leave the dungeon. However, they can be partly refunded with the right company upgrades. So you can invest money, but you should not overdo it. It's no matter what I will choose, because I'm not sure that I will finish this one today, but still. Ultimately health potion. What about the price? Or I have only just slots? And by the way, I have only one campsite. I don't have a variant to buy it. Maybe I will have in a different place, but at least I have one right now. This is percentage for one encounter. For one encounter, or for everyone, or for one target? That's the question. Probably for everyone. It can be smart probably to take them, but you probably should understand what's going on. Speed by 5 for the current encounter. With spirit potion, large health potion. Okay. I can see total price. So small cost 28. This one cost 275. What a drastic difference. And ultimate 550. That's a lot. Bandage cost on if I will get it. I can sell it, but I cannot buy it. I'm not sure that I will need spirit push, so the most logical decision is to take few health potions and bandage, I suppose. What's the price of this elixir? Yeah, they're pretty expensive. Okay, Venture Force. Okay, now I understand how the game works. Standing alongside the cave's entrance, you motion to the weary refugees as they feel past you, encouraging them to quicken their pace. With everyone inside, you look back to the plains one last time, frowning at the approaching void spawn, now clearly visible to the naked eye. As you enter the depths, a shriek at the front of the column rock causes a commotion. You push your way through the crowd to see mutilated animals slumped on the ground. Parents already down on their knees and examining the wounds. They turn and look up to you, scratching their brow with a puzzled expression. Could have been demons, but I can't say for certain. They point to a series of deep lacerations on the creature's body. Not the work of any human anyway. Regardless, we are always not alone down here. Okay, let's tread carefully then. It probably would be wise to do some scouting. Yeah, but sitting on the spot and scouting everything. I probably should avoid fights. We can get XP, but we can also die in process. You scan the area, your eyes catching a glint of metal. A key. Perhaps I'll find some use for it. Okay, we spent some time for a key. New preparations. Your foes are now well aware of your presence and have prepared accordingly, increasing chance of emerge and remain encounters. Damn. It's dead end. So it's pure random with all the scouting stuff. They doesn't look like I don't know, some beasts in caves. They fucking demons as well. I don't know what they. Temptress, No Beast Stalker, Dread Knight, Slayer. It looks like probably the demons that we're trying to run away from. I don't know. And they have no idea about abilities. But obviously Valkyrie should be close to the enemies. Yeah, wow, caster should be far away. Yeah, we can block the passage. The archer can be far away as well. Okay, let's start the combat. Yeah. Let's drop Hobia. Let's place it there. Now what can do Archer? Hone sharpens a handful of your arrows. One round all attacks will inflict bleed. Prepare an ambush and perform basic attacks on any visible enemy who comes within 2 hexes. Yeah. Rapid fire. Target a single enemy from range with 2 arrows. If the enemy dies on the first shot, the second shot goes towards the nearest enemy with the ability's range. Through sight, mark a single target for 2 rounds and increase crit damage in range of all attacks for 2 rounds. It doesn't sound really useful. 85% damage at the range of 4, 50 at the range of 4. What? The same, different variants for the same range? What the hell? Up to a range of 3 deals up to... So the farther the harder to hit. Interesting. I didn't know it. Okay, let's hone the stuff. That's bad. Okay, what a Valkyrie can do. Champion Soldiers. Pass a turn to an ally and increase the spirit of boss. Interesting. So I can do additional turn by the character I need. Angel Wings descend on the Angel Wings descend on the targeted character and teleport them to an adjacent position around the Valkyrie. Skewer. Target 2 cells in a row dealing piercing damage. If a single target is 2 hexes away, they will be pulled forward. This can be useful. If a single target, but what about 2 targets? I'm not sure how it works. Valkyrie flies through 4 connected cells with her spear extended in front. The cells massive piercing damage to all occurrent. Yeah, this looks like what we need. Okay. Probably can kill both of them by standing here by the announcer. We have 450. I can do that much damage. But I actually can deny them by arc lightning, probably. Deny? No, it's not enough damage. So what's the point of casting it actually? Cyclone. Yeah, it's useless as well. Damn, this arc lightning. How it works? Both lightning that hits a primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets. Yeah, this way I will damage 3 of them and actually can do damage, can kill this one and damage 2 of them. Ow. So jump like this? This is bad. Yeah, to adjacent targets. So to use this properly, I need to come closer. Oh, seriously? Damn it. Yeah, I need to deny this one. Save health at least for us. But it would be nice to do damage to 2 of them at least. 1 round. Target a single enemy from range within 2 arrows. If enemy dies on the first shot, the second shot goes towards the nearest enemy within ability range. Yeah, what's the distance? 3 probably. Yeah? Yeah, I can deny her. And this probably will be a good decision. Dodge is fucking random. In such games shouldn't be such a random. She dominated him. Oh my god. Fuck, and he moved. So she wasted her turn because of fun here. Damn, it's so bad. Yeah, Rapid Frag can be used. But yeah, I can't move there. She dodged it twice, what the fuck? So inconvenient. But she'll die from bleeding anyway, okay. Yes, there is no point when target to cells around in percent damage. When targets 2 hex away, they will put forward. Yeah, it would be nice to use it through this, but he moved eventually. And he can move again, so I need to do something different. I can pause the turn for someone else. The mage, but he will move anyway pretty soon. It also can be an archer, but there's not much point of it. So she can mostly just do an attack Why everyone dodging? What the fuck is going on? He's too far away. What's going on? She still logically should die from bleeding. They can be sure. Okay. Target some gun from range with 2 arrows. Okay, it can be good. No. Can target, I need to come closer. Oh, she survived! I didn't know it. Oh. What? How she died? Can I say a log or something? What happens? Did the spell have a way or what? No idea. Can it move? Skewer. Skewer not saves the day. Guardian Angel, yeah. Angel wins descend to the target character and teleport them to adjacent position. No. Can pass the turn. So I cannot do anything. And then actually sleeps. Why only she is moving? And he died. And they didn't. Okay. This is so weird. Alright, we won this fight somehow. We got some stuff. There's 2 taken from a dead null beast. The value is still pretty low. Small vial of demon's blood. I don't know. Do we have some maximum entry? No, looks like no. Oh, boom. It's so complicated. We don't have any hidden stuff and so on. But okay, it's no matter actually. Let's finish with the game. Because I have so many games to stream, I cannot just waste time on only one of them. But the game is good. I'm not a fan of mechanics of Darkest Dungeon because it's a bit too nervous to go into who knows where without any supplies. It still looks ridiculous from my position, because why not to take more camp resources and so on if it's so useful. But okay. Overall mechanics are pretty good, and mostly text and dialogues are good in terms of they write it normally, very decently. The problem is you don't have any choice. There is no voiceover. Maybe it will be, but I doubt about it. Music sucks in this game. It's too epic and dramatic all the time. So, there is no music at all. Yeah, there is something like a ambient type of music right now in Dungeons, but it's very very silent. To hear it normally, you need to raise the volume a lot. But if you do it, you'll become deaf after you leave this dungeon. So it's very inconvenient. This should do some balance with music. Overall, I like it. Probably yes. The only problem, the game is probably enormously huge. And I'm not sure how it will be on the long run. But overall mechanics are good. The RPG system is simple, but it works pretty interesting. Combat is satisfying, so everything is fine. I can definitely recommend this one. It doesn't look like some game with a lot of excuses like previous one today. Because previous one looks like some random game from, I don't know, 20 years old, just with a bit better graphics than 20 years old games. But overall mechanics and everything is so old. But it's still Souls-like, so it's also not that bad, but still. Okay, let's end it. With the desktop, yes. Yeah, okay, I understand. So the game is good, I can recommend, and it's time to stream next game. But I definitely need a break, because after all the 6+ hours today, I'm a bit tired. My eyes, at least, definitely need some rest. I need to get some air in the room, plus I need to eat something. So I will do break around hour. Yeah, probably it will be 1 hour, and then we will continue. Next game probably will be way more dynamic. I think it will be Turbo Overkill. Nothing will change. So good game. Yeah, I think it's good game. It's for nerds, as if you can understand me correctly, because there are more casual variants, not casual, probably more mainstream variants like Pathfinder, Pillars, Baldur's Gate, and so on. But this one is good. This one's still good. If you like pixel art, it's actually pretty decent. Still, it's a very low budget game, or there are some choices that make the game looks like it, because no voiceover, very small amount of portraits, you need to voice everything, so yeah, it's very low budget in some ways. Okay, so I'm going for a break, and we'll continue after 1 hour. Yeah.